Good morning and welcome to the start of a new vlog. I have hopes and dreams for today, and I was about to get sucked into Pretty Little Liars. I mean, I did for about 15 minutes, but I stopped it, and I got out of there. This close to falling into the trap of, I can't do anything today because I have something tonight, and I don't want to fall into that trap, babes, so we're not going to let it happen. And the thing I have tonight is a birthday party, so we really don't want to let it happen. Things I want to do today before the birthday party. I want to get some groceries. Not a lot of groceries, maybe just a little bit of groceries, which means I'm going to have to go to the grocery store. Unless I want to do pickup or like delivery order, I don't want to do that. So we're just going to go to the grocery store, which is like basically across the river and through the woods. That's not true. It's across the street, basically. I like that I'm like not looking at the camera at all because the light is just so bright, which is great for my face, but not for my eyes. I also want to do the third run of week 1 of Couch to 5K today. And we want to do that before lunch, so that way I can decide if I want to take a shower before the birthday party or if I'm going to be like fine. Also thought about going to Goodwill, but I feel like I am falling into the trap of if I don't know what to do, I should just go shopping, which I shouldn't because I shouldn't just be spending money. And I don't think there's anything I actually really need at Goodwill right now. Last vlog, I was looking for stuff to do a Doctor Who cosplay, but I just purchased some stuff on Amazon. I'm so sorry. Which hopefully will work. If not, we'll make do with what we have. I just have to basically probably not be self-conscious about what I bought. I want to read today, and I kind of want to do a puzzle. I kind of want to get a puzzle out, get the puzzle table out, work on a puzzle today, and listen to Family of Liars, because that book is due on my Libby in like 6 days, and I'm 30-ish% of the way through. So if I just listened to that book and puzzled, that sounds like a really good time. Also, in a shocking turn of events, last week's vlog, edited. It's currently exporting, and then I'll upload it to go live tomorrow. Wow! I've got this nice little scene on my screen to make me feel like I'm in a little cozy cottage in the middle of the woods in the snow. Love it! Because I don't want to keep this table out at all times, I have my puzzle table, which moves in a circle and has these little drawers. So my plan for these little drawers that I just came up with right now is, as you can see, there are 4 drawers and there are 4 rows of books. So I think I'm gonna put it down, pieces down for each row in each thing. I am a genius. Wait a second, this was in the box. So is this the whole puzzle? This changes things a little bit. That's crazy. Okay, I've read more books then. Undoubtedly. Let's see. People We Meet on Vacation. Read that. The Hating Game, I haven't read that, but it is a movie with Lucy Hale in it, so I've seen that. Own that book. Beach Read, own that. It Happened One Summer, I own that. Red, White, and Royal Blue, I've read that. Wow. But now there's 5 rows. So now I am uncertain. Unless all the books that are like on the outside, I just put all those all those pieces in here, since I'm gonna work on the outside first anyway. And then there's 1, 2, 3 rows. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm gonna be so for real. I am 1 minute in, and the idea of putting all the pieces with the books that they should be was great in theory. I don't think that's going to happen. That's going to take way too fucking long. So we're going to skip that and just put them in random things. Yeah. I'm listening to my audiobook. I don't know if I said what I'm listening to, so live with that. And I literally was just putting pieces down, and I was like, why is everybody dead? Because it's true. But who's dead? Who's dead? And no, who's dead? I'm almost done with this. I'll show you an update when I'm done with this. All right, here's an update. This has taken an hour. That's where I'm at right now. However, there are pieces together. And remember how I was like, I'm just going to put them all, blah, 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 blah. I started putting pieces on the pictures that I knew existed. So that is a future me problem, because that cannot stay like that forever. So what I'm going to do is try and make sure I have the outside done and then start building the ones that I have on the outside so then I can move in. It is 11:30. It's been another hour. Look at me go. We are slowly and surely chugging right along. Cutesy. Now it is almost 1 o'clock. I have to leave at like 6:30 for the birthday party. Let's say 6 hours. At this point will probably eat before I try and run. I'm very tempted to not do that today, but I need to do it. To keep this going, we're going to keep going. And I'm like 70-something% into the book. Yay! All right, it's almost 3 o'clock. I have 8% of the book left and this much of the puzzle left. So I'm going to try and finish the puzzle by the time I finish the book, which should take just under 30 minutes, I believe. But I also just brought out the Nutella, so I'm probably going to be puzzling slower, so we'll see. I am listening to Family of Liars, which is the sequel/prequel to We Were Liars. So it's funny because I'm doing a romance book puzzle and 100% not listening to a romance book. My book is done. It is 3:22 and the puzzle is not done, but it's almost there. And done. Just under 10 minutes later. Ta-da! I put this whole puzzle together today. Did I do anything else that I wanted to do? Nope. Sometimes that just happens. I am back and I did it. Yay! Was it easier or harder? I don't know. I feel like it was maybe a little easier. But next week is supposed to be like run for 1.5 minutes, walk for 2-minute intervals. And I don't know about that. Although the last one today, I did run for 1.5 minutes. I was listening to Whipped Into Shape from Legally Blonde. And I was like, this is the last one. I'm just going to keep going. It is 4:41. I am going to take a shower quick. I will be leaving in like an hour and a half to go to the birthday party. But I am gross enough to want to take a shower.
How would you describe it, Greg?
All showered. I watched Pretty Little Liars. I watched Would I Lie to You. I played the New York Times games for the day. I did not write my book review, but that's okay. I did my neti pot as well. And after my neti pot, sometimes I do it wrong. I don't know. And I hurt. And so then I just kind of sat here because I was going to write my book review at this point. But alas. I love that when I look at this romance puzzle, I just think of the book that I was listening to. That's so funny. I am about to head out. I'm going to get ready, make sure I have everything. The place is 22 minutes away. Herein lies the problem. The birthday party is at 7 o'clock. Okay? The place is 22 minutes away. So, generally, leave at 6:30, give some 8-minute wiggle room. That's a good amount of wiggle room. Okay? I also need to get gas, which I'm going to stop at the gas station on the way. So, a little bit more time. So I'll probably leave at 6:15. But then I'm like, what if that's not enough time? I'm also like, is this 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock sharp? Because a lot of people in this group show up late to things. I'm just saying. So I'm like, 7 o'clock sharp. Am I going to be there forever? But then the birthday girl said her and her boyfriend were going to be there at 6:45. I don't think I trust that, but you know what? We're just going to leave. It's 6:05. I'm going to go to the bathroom, make sure I have everything, and we're just going to leave. I'm going to take my book with me so I can read it if I'm the first one there. So, just so everybody knows, I got here 15, 17-ish minutes early, and everybody in the chat is saying they're going to be late, including the birthday girl who said she was going to be here between 6:45 and 7. I know with this group. I know. Score of 5, 161. Score of 10, 154.
We have 8. There it is! Hey, Bridget, push! Shit! That was
I don't like this. I've got a blue one and a green one. No!
Let's show, Daddy!
What? I just got home. It's midnight 30. I am tired. There were 3 cops at another door. Interesting. Don't know why. Who's to say? Not me. The place we went to, that was so fucking fun. I want to go there again. That was amazing. And it kind of made me want to go to an escape room. I've never been to an escape room, and these weren't escape rooms, but kind of feels like the vibe. So it was so fun. Good morning. There's a beautiful little snow. I like it. Just a beautiful little snow. So peaceful. I'm gonna put on real people clothes because I'm cold. I got shorts and no socks on. And this is to keep myself from staying out of the blanket. And then we'll take ibuprofen because I have a headache, but I also am feeling some chest pain, which remember how like I went to the doctor, got all this like whatnot, and she was like, oh, it could take months. Yeah, we're still not like hundo. Like it's a lot better, but every now and again there's pain. And I'm sure it's not helped by the fact that like I am now being active and running, and I'm trying to lock those suckers down, but they just be bouncing. Anyway, I'm putting on clothes. I got shit to do. I got these books at Goodwill last weekend, and they've been in my freezer freezing. So I kind of forgot about them actually. But The Stars and the Blackness Between Them. This looks like it's going to be good. Also, it takes place in Minneapolis. So interesting. That should be good. And then Dear Mrs. Bird seems also very interesting. I just opened this up and it had this newspaper article in it. And it's about the book, I guess? I don't know. Also, if you just saw those cards sitting on my little island and you thought, I'll steal the money, it's gone. I'm going to take this puzzle apart now. And it's weird because normally I've got puzzles like out for so long. But not this time because I did this in less than 5 hours. So let's put it away. Goodbye, puzzle. I don't know if part of me wants to keep it and like do it again once I've read more of these books. But also I don't want to do that. Teehee. So I might like try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace or something. I think it would do well on Facebook Marketplace. TBH. Okay, I'm not sure what to do now. It's currently just afternoon. And I will probably get ready and leave to go to work around 2:30-ish. So I've got a couple hours. I need to eat lunch in that time. So what else? Then when I come back, there's not going to be light. So the question is, do I need to do anything while there's light? And I think the answer is yes. I think I need to take a picture of atmosphere, but I don't know what to take it with. You know, I don't know what to do for that picture. So I might have to think about that. And we could always do that another time. But I assume I'll finish it this week. Also, while doing my meal prep and just like cleaning and picking up and everything, I was listening to The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I wasn't sure if I wanted to like jump right into another audiobook, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to be up and about moving. I kind of do want to do an audiobook rather than just like a YouTube video. And because I wasn't certain if I wanted to jump right into another audiobook, The House in the Cerulean Sea is a book that I got on Audible when I got like free credits like a million years ago. So I said, you know what, I'll do that one because then there's no time limit on that. If I start it now and don't want to listen to it again for 3 weeks, that's okay. I don't got a time limit on it. So I am now 12% into The House in the Cerulean Sea, and it's really nice. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of Good Omens for many reasons, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting because I also listened to Good Omens. I'm watching Pretty Little Liars, and they just had like this epiphany in the morgue, being like, she had dirt in her lungs. She was buried alive. You knew that. You said before. Spencer, the one who just said this line, has said before, Allie died of suffocation. She knew this already. Dumbasses. I have 3 bras on. Let's go run. I just ran for 1.5 minutes. I'm gonna do that 5 more times. All right, last one. This is my grocery haul. I didn't even know it was being shopped for, let alone delivered. And then all of a sudden I got a notification saying that my payment went through. Nice. Now I'm gonna put the cold stuff away and then continue my supper. A real life tear. I can't handle this. Fuck.
If you're still doubting my abilities, I don't.
I just got back from the gym. Gym bro. I hate myself. I did Couch to 5K week 2, run 2. So we are doing the walk 5, cool down 5 minutes, and then 1.5 minutes of run, 2 minutes walk. Intervals is 6 times. That's what we're currently doing. I might have said that yesterday. If I did, maybe I'll take this out. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. My hair is a mess. What are you even doing? Mentally, I don't know. Today, mentally, I just was like, I don't know. I was like looking forward to it, but I wasn't looking forward to it. I was like stressing about it. I think it's because my chest was hurting a lot today, so I was stressing about it because I'm like, am I doing too much? Am I gonna hurt myself? Am I just gonna be in constant pain forever? So I think that's maybe why I was stressing a little bit today. Also, like, I mean, I'm running the 1.5 minutes. Like, we're doing it. It's difficult, but we're doing it. And, like, I don't know. The last one, I did 1:50. Next week scares me because I think it's 3 minutes. I don't know about that. But you know what? They say it's what they say. They say that's it. So we'll see. I don't know. Or maybe I'll have to make my own week 3 and just run for 2 minutes. I don't know. We'll see how that works. Regardless, today went well. I mean, I did it. I didn't die. And I feel good now. I feel like I didn't feel like bad during it either. I think something that helps me is knowing that, like, when I'm done, like, after the final, like, little jog interval, there's the 2 minute of walking interval and then the 5 minute cool down, which is strange, but doesn't matter. By the end of that, like, 2 minute walking interval, I'm, like, good. Like, my heart rate might not be completely back down to normal, but it's probably in, like, vigorous or almost into moderate, which is, I don't know what zones are, but if I've got 4 zones, that's like zone 3 or 2. I don't know what the zones are. I need to look at that, but I know that that exists. I think I did a better job of keeping out of peak today, which I don't know if I'm supposed to be in that one or not. I don't know. But it freaks me out when I'm in, like, the top of where I should be, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be there. So I don't know. I think that my brain is telling me that today didn't go well, but also I know logically that today actually went really well. All that, I am done now. I am going to work on stuff for job number 3 because I seriously need to do that. So I've been working for probably like an hour and I've done a lot and it feels like I have done nothing. And I hate that about doing stuff. I mean, I updated 2 pages on the website, which was good. That was a goal. I've got more shit to do now though. So I don't know. It's 6:30. I'm gonna go start food, I think. I think I'm gonna have pork burgers and then do the neti pot. I'm also so fucking cold. So I need to put on full pants and maybe like an actual sweater. And maybe move my heated blanket over here. I'm reading Atmosphere and I'm crying because I'm happy now. This is how it happens too much. I just found out more information and I am not happy about it. Let me give you a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but here's what I just did. Are you ready for this? No, no. No. I want to keep reading, but my eyes are turning to mush, and I'm crying, and I don't know why I'm crying. This book is so good. This book is gonna get 5 stars from me. Easy peasy. I have less than 100 pages left. Should I go to bed late? I say that like it's 10 o'clock. It's 9:15 right now. I could keep reading. But what I normally do is I start reading around 8 o'clock, and then I'll typically read till around 9-ish, be that like a little before or a little after, and then I watch like an episode of something. The past, I don't know, a few days I've been watching like an episode of Would I Lie to You, because then like my brain kind of winds down. It's silly, fun, and then I go to bed. I've really like gotten into a schedule, and I don't know if I like it or not, but you know, that's what we're living with. Should I keep reading? I don't know. Howdy. We're gonna go try and run again today for week 2, run 3. My knee hurts. It just started hurting literally like 2 minutes ago, and I don't know why. And then I slowly was like, stop hurting, and poked it, and now it hurts more. So that was probably a great decision on my part. So we're going to go down there and see what happens. I did it. My knee feels fine. I'm glad I went and did it, because I easily would normally and could have used my knee as an excuse. But I didn't, because I really wanted to do it today, because there's no guarantee that I could do it the rest of the week. So I'm glad I went and did it. And I did it. Today felt like hard. I don't know. It's the same as like yesterday. Like it felt easy, but also hard. I think it felt harder today. I was like, oh my God, is it almost done? Except for the first one. I was like, oh wow, I did it so fast. Look at that. Also, there were boys in there today. Boo! And they had like music playing out loud, and they were talking to each other, which like I had my headphones in, like, so no big deal. But boys, boo! So I'm going to a Doctor Who convention. I keep saying conference. That's not what it is. I'm going to a Doctor Who convention this weekend, and so I ordered stuff to do a cosplay, because I really want to do a cosplay. I really want to try. Will I look good? I don't know. The most important part comes tomorrow, which is a dress. But I am trying to dress up as Oswald from, what's the episode? Asylum of the Daleks. Season 7, episode 1? Maybe? It's the first time we meet Clara. So let me show you what I got for that. If I remember, I'll put a picture here of what Clara is supposed to look like. Okay, the not so exciting stuff. I got tights, fleece lined tights. We'll see. And I got some shapewear, and it came with these stickers. That's so wonderful. Love your curves, shape your confidence. I'm enough. I love that the shapewear came with this. That's amazing. And then I got a crossbody little fanny pack to act as her belt. Now for the more exciting stuff. Look at these shoes. Oh my God, I hope they fit. She wears like heel tennis shoes, but I did not want to do that. So, ta-da! And then this is a leather jacket. Now, she doesn't wear a leather jacket when she's Oswald in this episode, but Clara wears a leather jacket in a lot of her outfits, and it's gonna be fucking cold this weekend. So I wanted to wear or have something else that was not just the dress. And also, I always wear a jacket, so it would feel weird if I didn't, so I got a leather jacket. Okay, I might get Amazon Prime for a month and see if I can get a smaller version of this. Where? I feel like these are just like weird, like what are these supposed to do? Where are you supposed to go? Is it just because you're supposed to be zipped? But then where do you go? Where do you go when you're zipped? Ugh. What is happening? Do you go in? That feels wrong. I'm confused by this. Okay, now let's try the shoes. Okay, the shoes fit. We are Cinderella up in this bitch. This is silly because as soon as I decide not to replace these bitches, they go out up there. These bitches are dumbasses. That makes me so mad. I thought it was darker in here. We have work Secret Santa tonight at 8 o'clock at Applebee's. I say work Secret Santa. It's friends from work Secret Santa. But it's not like a work sanctioned event. So we're going to Applebee's. Hey. So I'm just going to have a little snack of crackers and hummus. I'm taking off the shoes. That's why you're down here. A quick snack of crackers and hummus to hold me over. Because I could eat before going to Applebee's. But then chances are, once I get to Applebee's, I'm going to want food. Even though I already ate food. So we're avoiding that predicament and not going to have supper. But it's 6 o'clock. I might try and finish Atmosphere. Because I really want to read it. Okay, I've got about 20 pages left. And we are in real time, baby. I'm ready to be emotionally destroyed because I just keep crying all the time with this book, even when it's good things. I'm like sobbing. I've been like sobbing for 10 pages. But I finished the book. This book is amazing. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I love this book. Yeah. You ready? I'm home from Secret Santa. This was my guy. This is my guy. Who had me? Ray had me. I don't know if you know Ray, but Ray had me. She got me a little Highland cool. Huh? I don't know. My immediate impulse was to name him Jack, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know, but I like him. And I had Leah, and I got her the puffy frog, remember? She did not own the puffy frog. Thank God. So she was like, is this the grumpy frog? And I was like, do you own him? And she was like, no. And I was like, yes. So she seemed to like the little frog. What is this nonsense? Can you see this wind blowing? I don't know if you can. Let me go over here. What the helly? Sorry, what in the helly? So I don't know what's happening there. I feel like it did not look like that when I was driving home 5 minutes ago. I mean, the roads were iffy, but it didn't look like that. I'm going to do the neti pot. I'm really worried I'm getting a sinus infection, especially today. And then we'll see. Mary Ann's coming over. When will she be here? I don't know. Okay, Mary Ann's going to be on her way soon. So I am going to... That was difficult. My knees, like, do hurt. Fun fact. Not like a lot, but they do in certain moments. I'm going to try on this dress. This dress is pretty make or break for this outfit. So let's find out. You guys are not ready for this? I think I need to make this a little tighter. Okay, so this is kind of perfect. I obviously won't be wearing long socks when I'm doing this, and I'll have on tights if they fit. But the dress fits, the shoes fit. I've got on the shapewear, it fits. Fanny pack fits. This is honestly pretty good. I'm really happy about this. Ah!
I really do love the ponds.
Living statues that moved in the dark.
Damn it, not the fucking angels again. We're not doing this. I'm not doing this. These fuckers.
$25 a day plus
These-
expenses. Believe any damn thing you like. But you don't believe that statues.
Mary Ann just left, and we just watched Angels Take Manhattan. And if you don't know, spoiler alert, I'm telling you now, 3, 2, 1. It is the episode where we lose Amy and Rory. It's rough even now, watching it again, probably for the 3rd or 4th time. I'm still sad about it. Marianne looked over to me, she's like, is it really like the last episode? Is that really the last ones with them? And I was like crying. And she was like, oh no, you're crying. That means it is. I was like, yeah, unfortunately, that does mean that it is. Oh. Hi, I don't think I filmed yet today, which is understandable. I left work at 2 o'clock. Since I went to work Sunday, I left 2 hours early because I was at work for 2 hours on Sunday. But also, I don't feel good. I think I'm getting a cold. I think that's what it is. Or maybe like a 1-day cold, or I don't know. I'm hoping it's a 1-day thing because I want it gone. I got plans tomorrow. I got plans on Saturday. And I got that cosplay. And I also don't want to have spent $90 to not go to this convention. That would be a huge bummer. Oh, you can't see. The outside is so deceiving. Look at how beautiful that looks. It's 0 degrees. Sorry, it's -2 degrees. My mistake.
I want to watch that. I wanted to watch the crowd to see everybody's reaction.
I am in darkness, but I don't want to, like, move. But I need to. I'm gonna see who gets banished, and then I'm gonna get up. Okay, well, first, I have a package. I'm gonna go get that. Because it's the other leather jacket that I ordered. I had to take off my sweater to try that leather jacket on, so I did. You didn't see that. It's tied on the arms, which I think could be doable. I don't know. I'm gonna try and do the neti pot. The one time I did the neti pot when I wasn't feeling well, it felt really bad. So I don't know what it's gonna be like, but I don't know, bear with me, I guess. This voting for this episode of Traders UK is crazy. Like, votes are all over the place. Like, 8 people have been voted for. Just a little update for you. It's currently -13 degrees outside. And when I wake up in the morning, it'll be -20 degrees outside. So, if you wanted to know that information. This is my grocery haul, and I've been waiting for these all fucking night. So let's put this cold stuff away and then finish watching Traders. A lot of times when I'm sick, I want something sweet, but I don't want something like wet, you know? I don't like that nonsense. But I want something sweet, and I want it to be crunchy. Mark Ballas is finally talking. The sun is coming in. I like that. I'm working from home today. I feel worse than I did yesterday. Love that for me. I am supposed to do a lot of things this weekend, and it's looking like I'm not going to be able to. And I'm very sad about that. So, I'm going to continue working from home now. I've been working all day. I've got about an hour left of work before I can stop. The thing about working from home is I'm like terrified to not work from home. You know what I mean? So I be working. Queer Eye always makes me cry. Hi. I was gonna read. Now I don't want to. I'm stressed. It's 4:30. And I just spent the last like hour really dealing with like a work thing. Work thing is over now. Well, hopefully. I'm probably not still 100% done, but I just want to lay here and not do anything. And not think about anything. I just want to cocoon and be sad. You know what's wild? I want to go for a run. Who the fuck am I? And I'm worried. Now, okay, I wasn't going to run Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday this week anyway. So this is not, I wasn't going to run today anyway. I'm worried that this will be an excuse to not run, but I also want to run. Part of me is also kind of thinking about getting out the walking pad, but I'm just blowing my nose so freaking much. But I don't know, I also haven't moved like at all today. I have 1,000 steps. I don't know, we'll see how I feel.
And forge ahead. She needs to realize this okay. Fix up some.
This girl is not it. So, wow, I look disheveled. I was on the treadmill, the walking pad, for about 45 minutes, actually. I went through all the Kleenexes in my pocket. One sec. I got myself to 5,000 steps for the day, which is good. That's my, like, mini goal. My main goal is 75, but we're not doing that. Now I'm gonna heat up this bone broth, chicken, ginger, and turmeric, and make some toast. I'm nervous about eating this. Ginger is, like, good, but, like, too much is not good. For me, anyway. But, like, one of my favorite teas is lemon ginger tea. So, we're not afraid of ginger here. But I got this the last time I thought I was getting sick, and I've just had it. So now's the time. Okay, so I was just looking at the Doctor Who weekend schedule. Okay, because I hadn't like super looked at it yet. I looked at it on my phone, but it's very tiny. It started today. Great. We know that. I was gonna go tomorrow and then maybe go Sunday. That was my plan. I was looking at the schedule tomorrow. Depending on how I'm feeling, if I could go for a couple hours in the afternoon, that'd be cool. This isn't like when I went to GalaxyCon in Des Moines where it was like so much stuff was happening and so many people were there. Like, I feel uncertain about this in general just because like not a lot is going on, and like the marketing and stuff that they have is not, it's not good. Like, I might be like, hey, next year, can I please do your social media? Because they need something. But the biggest guest they have is Jill Martin, who, if you are caught up with Doctor Who, for the most part anyway, Jill Martin plays the fugitive Doctor in the run of 13, Jodie Whittaker. So that's like a pretty, like, it's not like a huge guest, but it's a pretty big guest, you know? Somebody of importance. Anybody who's in Doctor Who is cool. Like, who else is going to be there? Daphne Ashbrook and Wendy Padbury, which I think are from Classic Who, so I don't really know them, but I know Joe Martin. So that stuff is happening tomorrow, but it's also happening Sunday. There's an interview with Joe Martin on Sunday. You can get pictures with Joe Martin on Sunday and autographs and stuff, and then interviews with Daphne Ashbrook and Wendy Padbury as well. And then a couple of other, like, panels, I guess, that could be interesting. Like, Americans in Doctor Who, Ignoring Continuity, The Power of Who, Women Empowerment. Like, those could be pretty good. And The Power of Who representation, that's all on Sunday. Maybe if I can go tomorrow, that would be really cool. But I don't know, Sunday doesn't look too bad. Honestly, Saturday doesn't look like crazy better. Celebration of fans discovering Doctor Who, an interview with all those different people, just like Sunday. Nothing is like crazy like sticking out to me for Saturday, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. What I'm saying is, if I don't feel well enough to go tomorrow, I can still try and go Sunday. So it's not all for naught. I know you're thinking, Abby, you're not going tomorrow. Do you hear your voice? It sounds like absolute trash. And you're right. It does sound like absolute trash. But it is later at night where the stuffiness really sets in. So like right away in the morning, late at night, it's almost 9 o'clock. That's where the stuffiness really is there. And then like in the day, there's like some subsiding a little bit. And just like that, it's bedtime. This week, a lot happened. Did I tell you that Ice was at my work? I feel like I didn't. I've done a costume change while I went back and looked at the footage. And I didn't tell you because it was Wednesday. And Marianne came over and I was getting my dress. Ugh. Is now the time to tell you, or do I tell you in the next vlog? Basically, I showed up to work Wednesday morning. I'm outside lollygagging around, taking pictures of my book because I actually left home early to get to work early so I can take pictures of atmosphere in front of these trees by my work. And so I'm just doing that. And there was a couple of extra cars in the parking lot, but I was just, sometimes that happens. And I'm taking pictures, and one of my coworkers comes out and is like, Abby, get inside. We think those are ice agents. I was like, what the fuck? So I go inside. There's 4 of us there. I don't want to say names. There's J, K, and S. Okay? So S is like, I think these are ice agents. J is going around taking pictures of these cars. And K is like, I am uncertain what to do. And S is kind of the ringleader here. And she's like, I texted these people to let them know I've printed out our policy. We've taken pictures. Like, what do we need to do? And it was kind of like a little wild. I went and printed signs to put on all of our doors in the lobby that go into like the gym, being like employees only, basically to try and like keep ice out if they came inside. But it was real weird because it was 2 vehicles. One had a Pennsylvania license plate. One didn't have any front plate, so we couldn't see what the back plate was. But they were parked in like the back parking lot, which is where the employees park, which is why I was just like, oh, there's just people here early for whatever reason. But nope. And they were there before 7:30 because Kay gets there at 7:30 to open. So wild behavior. But you could see their tracks from where they had driven in because there was freshly fallen snow. And you could see that they backed in and parked with these tracks, but you couldn't see any footprints getting out of the vehicles, so they hadn't left the vehicles. And they were positioned ever so slightly where you could like, they were in like the back employee parking lot, but you could see both sides of our doors that we have. So what Kay ended up doing was calling the non-emergency police line, being like, hey, there's some unknown vehicles in our parking lot. There's only girls here right now. And we're just like a little freaked out because they've been there and we don't know what to do about that. Can you come check it out? So the police came and they talked to K and J. JK, they talked to K and J. And we're like, yeah, like they were like looking or like waiting for somebody, but like not here. So what you're saying is it was ICE agents waiting for somebody. So they left, the cars left. And then one of them parked in this parking lot for the church across the street. So that was kind of wild. Some of us, like we were all kind of shaken up. Honestly, TBH. So, there were ICE agents parked at my job on Wednesday. Other than that, I watched Doctor Who. I did some more runs, and now I'm sick. Next week, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, so we'll see. But I'm gonna go to bed because I should have gone to bed like 2 hours ago. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!